and just for here, we're back to a new Loud House video, and we're back with a new reviewing of my favorite Loud House episodes. And this is another one from the first season that I enjoy. And I do hear a lot of people not liking this episode, and a lot of people that do like it. And yeah, it's the one that I personally enjoy from the first season. Especially the twist at the end. I'm very curious exactly what happened, like if it's real or not, in the end of the episode. And yeah, it starts with Lincoln presenting this yo-yo that he's going to be doing some tricks, like walk the dog, and Charles comes out with a lace, and he's like, no, Charles, I mean the yo-yo. And then around the world, and he's like still talking about the yo-yo. And then he ends up causing his yo-yo to crash into Lisa's experiment, which, yeah, having this thought with Lisa if he told her. And he's like, yeah, I'm not telling her. And he's like, if I remove the evidence, it'll be none the wiser. And this is where things happen. Which, yeah, we see these fumes that's coming out from the experiment and blows the roof off. And, yeah, which, when has Lenny and Lori's room been next to Lisa? Never, right? Never, because right where they're looking right here, then what's behind the wall right next to Lisa and Lily's room is a stairway, right? The staircase. And then it's Lenny and Lori's room, because they're next to the bathroom. But surprisingly, somehow on here, their bedroom is right next to Lisa and Lily's room. And yeah, of course, it blew a hole in the wall. And then Lori is wondering why there's a picture of Bobby on Lenny's side of the closet. And she's like, oh, that was a anniversary present, but I forgot where he hid it. And she's like, that anniversary was 10 days ago, and Bobby gave me socks. And thinking that Lenny is seeing Bobby behind her back. And yeah, slams the door, and yeah, makes Lenny get hit in the head unconscious. And Lenny then says something smart, which, yeah, Lincoln then believes that maybe getting hit on the head made Lenny smart. And yeah, she actually managed to do this problem, that the science thing that Lisa wrote down, proving that Lenny is now smarter than Lisa. And of course, this hurts Lisa. And Lincoln is like, don't you have a couch to poop on to Charles? And he's like, Charles, that was just a rhetorical question. And then Len comes and smashes a hole in the wall. And yeah, he's wondering what's wrong with her. And she's like, she just got dropped out of school because she's failing school. Or she's dropped out of her sports because she's failing school. And apparently Lisa's been tutoring her. Like, yeah, they've been getting tutored by Lisa, and she's like used to, until she dropped out and got a job at Flip's Food and Fuel at the gas station. And yeah, kicks the soccer ball, and it ends up hitting Lola in the face, making her look like a monster, what she believes, and thinking her pageant career is over. And then she falls onto her face, which Lincoln then goes to Lisa, which, yeah, she's like, Flip's the only guy that would hire 4-year-olds with no experience. I mean, yeah, Lisa is way too young. Like, no place is going to hire a 4-year-old for anything, especially at a gas station. And then Lincoln is like, Len, come home. Len needs you. And then we see Lenny come with this card that she won that runs on apple juice. That would be something, though. And then Lincoln gets a call from Charles about Lola. And yeah, it comes with a bag of ice. And yeah, she looks 10 times worse, I would say. And of course, she is packing her bags because she is leaving. And she of her being reminded of her beautiful self, which she believes she's not now. And then Lincoln sees Lana in a bubble and saying that she saw what happened to Lola and she doesn't want to take any risk. And then Lincoln sees Luna with how a song that they did is getting so many hits, and she gets on a tour with Mick Swagger. And then Lincoln calls Clyde and doing the whole code things, and wondering if he could come over. And he's like, "No, I got a code green." And he's like, "You showed up to school in your underwear?" And he's like, "No, that's code orange." And then, yeah, apparently he's skydiving with Lori, and he was saying a code. We then see again Lori skydiving with Clyde and him kissing a bird, and of course, Lincoln is wondering what's happening to his family. And then Luann comes and is saying, "This is not a joke, Lincoln. Do you know what's going on in the world?" Which, don't we all, Luann? There's a lot of chaos and stuff that would happen in this world. Crazy things that would happen in this world. And yeah, she tells Lincoln to take Mr. Coconuts. And she's saying of how... She was saying of how ever since Luna left, she had no one else to do her pranks on. And she's been watching the news, and what she saw was horrible, which she decided to become an activist. And yeah, Lincoln trying to say that you're a comedian, which does a pie in his face. And then she managed to release Lana's animals, or pets. And then we see the news, which Luna got kicked out of the Mick Swagger tour for destroying a hotel room. And then Luann has chained herself to a giant redwood. And then we see Kaplan Mulligan at Flip's Food and Fuel, and yeah, with Lisa. And apparently Len and Lola have become life of crime because they've stolen a cotton candy machine. They've stolen some machines and being chased by police. And then, yeah, Catherine Mulligan is like, what did go wrong with these girls? And why is a 4-year-old working at a gas station? And then, of course, Flip is doing the whole, come on down to Flip's Food and Fuel, home of the fuel. And he's like, now the interview's over. And yeah, Lincoln gets jump scared by Lucy, thinking she's still normal. But no, she got bitten by Lana's vampire bat and turns into a bat, which then he's got one sister he can save. But nope, Lily's not in her crib, and she is huge, and it was due to the chemicals from him not removing the yo-yo. And he's about to get eaten, and then it's like, so that's the worst thing that can happen. And it's like, what? Yeah, all of that we just saw was in Lincoln's head. Yeah, all of that we saw was all in Lincoln's head. All of that never happened. And he's like, you're right, I'm gonna have to tell Lisa. And then, yeah, she freaks out, like, tell Lisa what? And then he's like, I'm sorry, I was playing with my yo-yo and destroyed your experiment. Now, pulverize me because I deserve it. And then, of course, she hugs him and thanks him for being a clumsy doofus. And then he's like, I had no choice. And of course, obviously, she's like, thanks for admitting what you did. And he's like, I didn't have a choice. I don't want you to work at a gas station. I didn't want Lola and Len to turn into a life of crime. I didn't want Lana to live in a bubble. And of course, he's like, fascinating. It seems like the fumes have damaged some stuff in your cortex. And Lincoln is thankful that it seems like it's all over. And then this is where the shocking, like, is this even real too? Which, yeah, we see Lori and Clyde biking and, yeah, saying just married while he screams. Like, what is that with the ending? Like, we saw everything else was in Lincoln's head, but the actual ending with Lori and Clyde just married thing while they're biking. Like, is that even real too? Like, what? Or was that in his head too? Like, very confusing. But again, a really good episode, I would say. And one of my favorites. Yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Catch you next one.